Welcome to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I am Steve the Unimpressed, and this is Steve Solo's Minecraft episode 19. I've been spending a lot of time down at my skeleton spawner farm since the last episode, and I have not entirely completed my set of tools, but I've made a lot of progress. For this episode, I plan to do something a little bit different from what I've been doing lately. I'm going to take a break from working on the various projects of improving my little settlement here, and I'm going to engage in one of my favorite aspects of Minecraft, which is exploring. What I'm thinking of doing in this episode is going down this section of my coastline here, down by the farms. Another missing piece of my house. Well, we'll fix it eventually. Anyway, planning to go down this coastline here, which I believe is also where I went many episodes ago to look for dark oaks and eventually found some. What I'm hoping to locate along that coastline is a shipwreck. I have yet to find any of those on this file, and I would like to see a few. Possibly, if I actually find one, I will go ahead and follow up the treasure map that will hopefully be inside it and get a Heart of the Sea. I won't really be able to do anything with that yet. Well, actually, I do have a bunch of Nautilus shells in here, so I would be able to make a conduit. I just couldn't really set it up effectively yet. I would need to find an ocean monument for that. Maybe I'll find one of those, so who knows? By the end of this episode, I might have conduit power out in my bay, which you won't find me complaining about. One of the other things I was planning to do to start this episode, really, I'm going to make an item frame, but more importantly, before I run off on this exploring expedition, I'll demonstrate the other reason that I wanted a sugarcane farm, which is so that I can make maps. I tend to be a little bit obnoxious about mapping in Minecraft. I make a lot of maps and try to map a lot of terrain at the most detailed possible scale and build giant map rooms as a result. Often I end up building map rooms down at lava level once I have cleared out the mines down there, so that I can expand them almost infinitely without them running into anything else that I need to preserve. And downstairs I hear some good chances to try out this new sword, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have yet to use this. This is looting 3, sharpness 5, fire aspect 2, knockback, unbreaking, and mending. I think that might be as many enchantments as you can put on a sword without the enchantments that interfere with one another. You can't put sharpness and smite, for example, on the same weapon. This will also speed my progress towards searching for the stronghold and going to the end, because you need quite a few ender pearls to do that. And looting 3 means that I potentially can get multiple ender pearls from every enderman that I kill. That worked quite nicely. Any other volunteers? Here's one. I just want to see if he burns to death. Nope. Close enough, though. Oh, speaking of endermen, here's one disarranging my beach. Let's just deal with him quick. I don't think I got a single ender pearl from him. Nope, just the flower he was holding. Ah, well. Even looting doesn't guarantee that you'll get any drops. It just improves the chances. I'm not going to make a bunch of maps and map an entire exploring expedition. I actually usually don't map during exploring expeditions. For whatever reason, those are two separate things to me. When I'm exploring, I'm looking for interesting places, and I'm going much further than I want to map in a single trip. What I do want to do with this empty map is map right outside my house. I wanted to make sure map 0 was the area just outside my own front door. So, that is now what I have done. Which, let me take a closer look at this, appears to have backfired slightly, because far from my house being roughly in the center of the map, which is kind of what I was hoping for, it is in the bottom right-hand corner. That means that my bay is going to be split up between at least 4 maps, and almost nothing other than my actual house is going to be on map 0. And I don't plan to use this house forever. I still plan on doing a massive construction project to build a tree on that island eventually. Still, I'll hang it on the wall. Well, actually, before I hang it on the wall, let me run up this way and get that other corner explored. There. You don't really want blank patches on a map that you're going to hang on the wall. Alright, morning again. I'm going to go off and do some exploring. First, I'm going to kill that creeper. He's right in the direction that I want to go. Okay, we're about past the farms. I'm just going to stick to the shoreline and keep an eye on the water. And we'll see if we find any shipwrecks or not. Well, I haven't found any shipwrecks yet, but I have located the dark oak forest that I've been to previously. That's interesting. That looks like an ocean ruin of some kind, which is not quite a shipwreck, but is ocean related. It's some kind of ruin, so I'm going to get over there and check it out. And it looks like this part of this roofed forest biome is off on a little peninsula, so that is also interesting in and of itself. Oh, there's a drowned. There's a bunch of them. Drowned will spawn around these when you first find them. And if we're very lucky and or very unlucky, there might be one around here with a trident. Which, with a looting 3 sword, I am much more likely to get. That is quite a few drowned. Alright, with that, I seem to have crushed all drowned resistance. I even got a gold ingot for my trouble. Let me move that out of my hotbar because I don't really need it there. Unfortunately, since no trident-wielding drowned appeared, I did not get an opportunity to get a trident. Fortunately, since no trident-wielding drowned appeared, I didn't have to fight a drowned with a trident. I'm not even sure that I would survive that. Those things hurt. It looks like there are 4 of these ruined buildings. There's one over here, there's 2 that are actually on the shore, and there's the one I'm standing on. There might be more in the area that I just haven't spotted yet. I'm going to go into this one. I believe I saw a chest towards the bottom of it, and see what is in that chest. What I'm looking out for out here to find Hearts of the Sea is treasure maps, and those are found not only in the shipwrecks, which is what I was originally looking for, but also in these underwater ruins, or sunken ruins. I'm not sure what their official name is. Often multiple buried treasure maps will point to the same buried treasure location, so to minimize the chances of that, the sun's going down and I didn't bring a bed with me, so that's going to be fun. To minimize the chances of that, as soon as I find a buried treasure map, I'm going to stop digging through the chests and go find that buried treasure. And then, if I have not raided all the chests yet by the time that I find one of those, I will come back to raid the rest. That's for the morning, though. Right now, I'm going to burn through some of my now nearly infinite supply of arrows by shooting whatever spawns on land over here. I found more ruins, and also more drowned. Having a power 5 bow is kind of nice. What is this over here? dead fish. I guess he was probably killed by the magma blocks down there. Where's this drain? I hear him, but I don't see him. I think he may have spawned in one of these buildings and isn't able to get out. Yep, there he is. Can't see if he has a trident. He probably doesn't. Nope. Still, I'll kill him with the looting sword, just in case. And then I'll go up for air. I would like to correct my earlier report. There are at least 6 sunken ruin buildings here. I have just noticed that I did something that I actually didn't mean to do. I brought all of my iron with me. So, since I now know that, I am going to come over here, break a piece of wood off this tree, come back over to this ruin over here, as the sun is starting to rise, split that into planks, make a crafting table, and make a bucket with the iron that I did not mean to bring with me. The reason I do that is that I noticed over here earlier some tropical fish generating. So I think I'm going to go over here and catch one of them. And when we get back, we can start an aquarium. Assuming the dolphin hasn't eaten them all. I don't think they actually do that, but... Ow! Ow! I made the advancement tactical fishing, and I also found a pufferfish. Pufferfish hurt. Matter of fact, now that I know that pufferfish is here, I'm going to waste some more iron on a bucket and see if I can catch him too. Alright. Where did the herdy fish go? It may have despawned. Ow. Wish you would despawn. Wish granted. I think that pufferfish despawned. But I'll keep the bucket and maybe we'll run into another. For now, let's get down here and locate the treasure chest. There it is. Dig out the gravel on top of it. No map. Did get some wheat, some rotten flesh, and a lackluster fishing rod. Oop. And I stayed down here too long. Okay, this building was a bust, but there are several more, so let's check them out. I know there is a treasure chest in that one, but since it's easily accessible, I'm gonna save that one for last. Check out all the underwater buildings first. Not all of these have chests in them. Although that piece of wood is suspicious. And sometimes the chests are buried under the surrounding gravel. It's a shame I didn't bring an axe with me. That's not going to work. Oh, also, if you crouch on these magma blocks with the bubble columns, you can refill your breath meter from the bubble column. Look, it's a fantasy game. Not everything has to make sense. I'm just going to figure that that one doesn't have a chest in it at all and leave it be for now. Okay, let's try structure number 3. Ow. There's a chest. Hey, this one has a buried treasure map. Okay, let's collect the wheat and get out of here before I drown. I'm too used to having a respiration helmet, and I haven't made one yet. Alright, cooked cod. Let's see where our buried treasure is. North, it looks like It is on the other side of this peninsula of dark oak that I have commented on, so I apparently already walked right over it. And that is indeed a peninsula of dark oak forest. Let's head this way. Looks like this one is going to be underwater, in the sand right at the foot of those trees. So let's get out the shovel and get over there. I have taken a brief break from digging for that buried treasure to kill some monsters that were spawning around me. I still haven't found it yet. I think I was digging a little bit off-center of the X, but I have noticed a light glowing out there in the ocean. I'm not going to go check that out right now, but I think that I have to investigate that. I can't really see from here what it is. There's a good chance it's another underwater ruin, like the one that I have already been at, but it could be an ocean monument. I don't think it's that, because I don't think it's high enough. And it could be a coral reef. It could be quite a few things. Okay, the sun is back up, probably safe to keep working. Also, the water heater in my house is shut off, so I can record again. Had to pause for a while. That thing is loud. Ah! Finally! Found it! I should go up for air. I only had to destroy half this shoreline to do it. I am probably going to replace a lot of the sand just because this looks really torn up. And especially given the little waterfall there, this little inlet is kind of pretty. So I want to put it back the way it was, in this case. I don't always do that, but holy cow, there's a lot of stuff in there. Cooked cod. This is the main thing we're interested in, the heart of the sea. Fortunately, I have enough inventory space for some of this stuff. I think I'm probably going to be throwing away some of the monster loot, particularly bones, since I now have a, for all intents and purposes, infinite supply of that. Yeah, let's get rid of those. Going to grab the heart of the sea. Prismarine crystals I definitely want. Don't need that wood. Cooked salmon, not that valuable. Maybe we'll pick it up in a minute. And I am going to break this chest. Maybe. Not without going up for air, I'm not. Okay, now I'm going to break this chest. Break. Finally. Now I'm going to almost die breaking that chest. And then I'm going to refill some of this area with sand, starting with the spot where that chest was. That should also get rid of a couple of the stacks of sand in my inventory and allow me to pick up some of this other stuff. Okay, I've cleaned up some of the mess by putting that chest on shore and putting the unneeded stuff into that. I'm going to come back and kind of fill the sand back in off camera. For now, I'm going to go over here and check out whatever that light was that I saw out in the water, and probably end the episode after that because it's already got probably an hour and 15 minutes or so of recording time. Also, night is falling again, so it's going to be easier to see where that light was. I think it's kind of in this direction. Let's go find out. This couldn't possibly go wrong. Now that we're a little closer, that does kind of look like one of these underwater ruins like I've already been to. Hello. Definitely some sort of underwater ruin, but I don't think I have ever seen this variety before. I'm getting so engrossed in examining it that I'm forgetting that I still need to breathe. some kind of pillar made out of various types of stone with a treasure chest underneath, which has a buried treasure map in it, which will probably turn out to be the same as the one we already have. Let's just get to the surface and find out. No, it is not the same as the one we already have. Despite being like within render distance of where that one was, and it looks like this one is actually further away, because my dot is down in the corner is quite small, and that definitely shows a different section of the map. So it's possible that the policy of going to find the buried treasure immediately instead of picking up multiple maps in between worked. I don't know. I'll have to test for sure by raiding the rest of that underwater ruin, but now I'm not going to do that until I've tracked down this buried treasure. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure how well it's showing up on the screen. There, now it should be a little more visible. I've just landed right below my chicken farm, and it turns out that the landmass indicated on this treasure map was right next to my house. The red X is just over there. I'm not going to try to dig that up today, though, because this episode is already long enough and my inventory is full. I probably will go and collect that one off camera, but it is kind of interesting to me that I actually had a Heart of the Sea underneath the area that I've been using to farm trees this whole time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to see more content from me, and if you'd like to help my channel grow, please share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.